Richmond International Raceway, where NASCAR on TNT is bringing you the Chevy Monte Carlo 400 with the Looney Tunes. Log on to NASCAR.com and play the AutoTrader.com Move of the Race sweepstakes for your chance to win a $25,000 shopping spree on AutoTrader.com and other great prizes.
I vote for Benny getting from the war wagon to the booth in 10 minutes.
You know, we need to do one of those documentaries one week where we have the camera follow him making his sprint. You know, they do the thing with the guys, the track and field guys, and they're running in slow motion, and here comes Benny just leaping up the grandstand steps.
I watched the whole thing.
I think we'd call it a brisk walk. I don't think we'd call it a sprint.
I was thinking more of a meander.
Yeah, well, that too.
Second place, still a good fight. Dale Jr., Ricky Rudd, Kevin Harvick, Tony Stewart.
Here comes Happy Harvick on the inside of Rudd. Well, that inside just hard to get some grip down there.
It sure is.
Why is the question? Why is it that way on this racetrack?
Well, I mean, you can get the grip down there, but you just can't do it and run low getting off the corner.
When they start running some laps and these tires get nice and hot, when you down low, the car starts sliding across that asphalt, and you just cannot get on the throttle quick enough, otherwise the car will push directly into the wall.
Tony Stewart still has not led yet tonight. Said his goal was to be in the lead by lap 150. Hey, Tony, it's 295 now. Better get going. Bill Elliott trying to move through Robert Presley and take the 11th spot away, and does. On that last caution flag, most all of the leaders stayed on the track, but a handful did pit. Elliott was one of them. Elliott, Joe Nemechek, Johnny Benson, Ricky Craven, Dave Blaney, Todd Bodine, and Jeff Burton are the cars who are on the lead lap who pitted. So you're watching Benson and Nemechek and Elliott here on fresher tires try to work their way through some guys who stayed out last time. Farthest forward, well, hang on back to that. First, this news flash. Tony Stewart is through. That's fourth place. Just going to say the farthest forward of the guys who pitted on that last caution is Jeff Burton in the 99 car. He's running in 10th right now. There's Jeff.
As he tries his best to chase down the 88 car of Dale Jarrett, who's trying to chase down the 22 of Ward Burton. That's 8th and 9th. Dave, what about the 88 car?
Well, Benny, they'd be ecstatic with a 9th place finish anywhere in the top 10. They've been chasing that car literally all day long. We talk about, you know, little adjustments here and little adjustments there. They've gone over 8 pounds of air adjustments. They've had over more than 5 rounds of wedge on the car. And they've they've moved the track bar more than an inch tonight, trying to get that car to stop being loose. It's running the best it has all night, and they've been telling DJ, oh, by the way, just keep in mind, you've passed more cars than anybody else tonight. They keep going back, they keep coming forward, and now the car is the best it's been.
And that's what makes a championship team.
Ricky Rudd trying his best to put some heat on Dale Earnhardt Jr. in the 8 car.
Little check up on the gas there, huh?
Yeah, he's probably tight getting off. He had to just get off the gas just a little bit and get that front grip.
Thought I heard him into the rev limiter, too, on the front side.
Yeah, you did. You did. Going down into turn 3, he was on the rev limiter. Let's listen. Oh, this is down the straightaway. Yep, he's in it going into 1, too.
And that rev limiter on these cars, the engine builders were telling me, are set at 9,200 tonight.
And an easy thing to do here is overdrive. Get into the corner way too deep, and the rev limiter helps you not drive that far into the corner. Roll it in.
Can Rudd get that grip on the bottom of the racetrack? My guess would be no.
Hasn't been able to all night. Rudd has been under people and under people and under people, but every time he comes off of turn number 2 on the bottom side of somebody, he can't stay with him. And as they get side by side briefly, Stewart's closing in.
And check that out. Last lap, Tony Stewart was the fastest car in the top 10. Dave?
Well, Benny, Allen referred to Ricky Rudd not being able to turn. He has the same problem that I reported on earlier. He'll get into the turn, he'll start to turn it, and then it will start to snap loose on him. And so he's very cautious when he gets down on the bottom.
I think Earnhardt got a little bit loose up off a 2, and they had to check up a little bit, and Ricky checked up in a 20, just filled that hole down on the bottom.
Now they've got a slow car as they come off the corner. Buckshot Jones right in front of these three.
And he bails, gets out of the way.
Still there, still there.
Talk a lot, it seems like, in the last month or so about Tony Stewart's car being better on the long runs. We've run 37 laps since the restart.
Look at how red the rotors are on Tony Stewart's car. He's got the front brake, he's working.
Still down there.
Watch when we go down in the corner.
Clear, all clear.
Yeah, couldn't see him there.
He's going to have to give it up. He can't run under Rudd either off that corner. He had to give it up.
And you have to. If you just stay down there, you're just abusing your tires. And you're going to just finally get that right front so hot, you get into that danger area of possibly going to, talking what we did on the brakes, getting that right front hot and right front tire backing down.
Closing in, final segment of the Chevy Monte Carlo 400 at Richmond on TNT. Next weekend, our coverage of NASCAR continues from the New Hampshire International Speedway, beginning Friday with Bud Pole qualifying on CNN Sports Illustrated at 3 Eastern Time. Saturday, happy hour, 11 in the morning on CNNSI. Then Saturday afternoon, the NASCAR Busch North Series from New Hampshire on NBC at 2 Eastern, and the New Hampshire 300 1 week from tomorrow, 12:30 Eastern Time on NBC. Dale Jr. sliding back. He's about to lose his 3rd position in the last few laps, guys.
For some reason, I guess Jr. felt like his car was really going away because a few laps ago he just moved over and let the 28 and 20 go by. Marty, what are they saying down there?
Well, you got that one right, BP. He is tight right now and having his hand full out there. No grip off the corners either, so really tight right now. He's letting all these guys go by so he can get some clean racetrack is what he's looking for.
Let's go back and take a look at what Benny was talking about a second ago.
He comes off turn 2 and just pulls over to the inside. Lets Ricky Rudd and Tony Stewart. And look at those brake rotors on Stewart's car.
That is the Mark Martin move that we've seen Mark make so many times. For now, Junior hanging on. Harvick not able to finish that pass. Dale Jr. in 4th behind Rusty Wallace, your leader, with 81 laps to go. Rusty Wallace leads the Chevy Monte Carlo 400 with the Looney Tunes at 77 laps to go. Wallace has been out in front for 222 of the 322 that have been run so far tonight. Man on the move at this point in the race, though, is that driver, Jeff Burton.
Where did he restart after he changed 4 tires back in 15?
He's back at lap number 269, and now at 323. He's picked his way to 5th.
I guess it was 13th, but he has picked up 8 spots against some awfully fast race cars.
Marty?
And these guys are on the momentum of 2 top 10s in the last 4 races, Alan. They tried this strategy earlier in the race, coming down pit road when no one else did, putting on fresh tires. It worked then. It's working now. They've been fighting loose and tight all night long, but on the run before this one, the car was just the best it's been all night long. They had finally gotten it right, and it is outstanding right now. They're really coming up to the field. And again, like we said at the beginning of the race, just now, his car is starting to come in. That's the scary part. He is very fast, consistently the fastest car out on the racetrack right now.
And, Wally, he is running the bottom of the racetrack.
And that's going to make it a lot easier to pass because everybody's running up high.
Working on Dale Jr. for 4th.
There's Kenny Wallace in the 1 car. Has just gone a lap down. He's back in the 22nd position.
Well, that held up Burton there just for a minute. Certainly wish the best to Steve Park, at home recovering from the injuries from the Darlington accident of a week ago. Pennzoil team issuing a statement on Friday that it will be conservatively 4 to 6 weeks for Steve to be out of that car. But considering the injury that he's got, that's a good thing. He needs to be smart enough, and will be smart enough, I hope, to take the rest and make sure it's healed completely. All you got to do is ask Ricky Craven about that.
I agree with you, Alan. There's no reason to push it. You want to come back, you want to come back 100%.
Ricky, of course, spent over a year out of a race car after multiple concussions, and he'll be the first to tell you. In fact, he told us here earlier this weekend, trying to come back too soon hurt more than it helped, and he hopes Steve will keep that in mind.
It's not life-threatening, but, you know, getting back in the car might be, and it's, I'm proud of Steve. I tell you what, he is smarter than I was back in 1997 when I had 3 concussions in 3 weeks, and it got me in a mess, and I just think he's just doing a very wise thing, and I commend him.
And that's from somebody that's been there.
Yeah, exactly.
Sign inside the car. Steve, keep digging. We miss you. There it is right there.
Is he planting a garden?
That from you. That was Wally.
You expected that.
What am I going to do with you? Get well, Steve.
All of a sudden, Jeff Burton is running across some faster race cars, much faster cars, and he's struggling to get by. He finally clears Junior and moves into the 5th position, makes that the 4th position.
Ken Schrader just put a lap down. He's in 21st place.
And Junior's doing everything he can to get that car off the corner. He is really sliding that thing.
Leader caught some lap traffic. It's allowed 2nd and 3rd to catch him.
Rusty's going under the, and Ricky Rudd would love to pass on the outside, but I don't think he's going to be able to. Nope.
Todd Bodine was the last one on the lead lap. He's in 20th place. Ward Burton's on pit road. Marty?
Here's Tony Stewart on.
He's fallen all the way back to 16th right now. He said the car is just terrible. They are extremely tight. They do make an air pressure adjustment. They were also contemplating a wedge adjustment on Ward Burton's car. They're going to take 4 tires, and very, very tight right now for the Caterpillar Dodge.
What about this with Stewart and Rudd?
These guys are battling hard. I thought Tony had him cleared back on the backstretch, but Ricky Rudd somehow fought back, and he's still there. Those 2 guys got together back there a little bit ago, and I didn't think he was going to get separated.
Start banging those tires together like that, you can knock the front end out of alignment, really affect the handling of your car, and you've still got 64 laps to go.
Or puncture a tire like we saw happen to John Andretti just a few laps into the race.
Yep. So while they got messing around with each other, Rusty Wallace got back away from them. NASCAR sending a message down from the control tower to both the 20 and 28 pits that there would still be a lot of racing left to go. Leaders last pitted at lap 235. It's been 101 laps since they stopped, so if no caution comes out soon, we'll see him on pit road under the green.